Yo, what's up? Here's a review for She-Hulk Attorney at Law, Episode 4. This is an extended review with spoilers in it. You can check out a kind of spoiler-free review on my TikTok and my Instagram channel there. I have links for all that in the bottom below. But for this episode, for me, man, I enjoyed a good amount of what they were doing here and just how they were telling the story, just in this comedic way with everything in this She-Hulk Episode 4. The episode is called Is This Not Real Magic? And it basically surrounds Wong having to kind of go and either sue or send a cease and desist to this, I guess he call him like a Vegas type magician who's failing at his job, and the only way that he can try to do magic things is by doing this sort of real magic that he got when he tried to become a sorcerer in the whole Sorcerer Supreme spot. I don't know if the Carmitage or whatever you want to call that everything space, but his name is Donnie Blaze, which I guess I'm not sure if that's a kind of rib on the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider name or anything, or if there's something from the comics with that or something like that. But I enjoyed what they were doing with the characters there, and how this guy's failing as a magician, and they're trying to get him to stop doing what he's doing because he's opening up portals towards the end of the episode, and demon things are coming out. I enjoyed a lot of that stuff. I think also this episode, with along that, you had this kind of girl who name was, I think her name was like Maslany or something like that. She had a little joke where she said it's with two N's. Madisynn. Her name is with two N's and a Y somewhere unexpected or something like that. But I enjoyed her character. A little bit annoying at times, and a little bit cheesy and goofy at times. But I enjoyed what they did with her, especially when she's spoiling the Sopranos to Wong and everything, or when she's just basically asking them questions. There's a end credit scene. I believe this was the end credit scene where you had her talking to Wong, and they started off talking, I guess, about drinks that he's had and what's his favorite type of alcohol and stuff like that, and just them combining and getting a little bit of camaraderie going on. It looks like Juan may have a girlfriend, this kind of club girl, so that was pretty funny and interesting. I was also really enjoying the parts of this episode where you got to see Jennifer Walters try to figure out her dating life here, and you see her go on a dating app and try to find out, okay, is this guy I'm going to date with? Is this guy I'm going to try to be with? And stuff like that. And starting off, the dating app doesn't work for her. Just with her as Jennifer Walters, she's using her picture from her firm and stuff like that. That doesn't work. She's just trying to do that, and just nothing's happening. But when she finally goes on a date as She-Hulk, she actually gets some people that want to come. David Otunga, the former wrestler, and I guess he was also husband of, or he was also husband of the singer Jennifer Hudson, I believe, but he went on a date with her, and that kind of messed up because he was all about lifting weights and stuff, and she went out with a couple other guys, and all of them was wrong until she finally found this one bald dude who was the guy to go on a date with, and she kind of clicked together because he was more interested in her and stuff like that. You also had the part towards the middle of where she takes him home, and she's trying to get him to go to bed with her and stuff. So I enjoyed a lot of those scenes and a lot of what they were doing there, and that gets broken up, and She-Hulk has to go fight those demons that the magician ended up bringing into the world. So yeah, I enjoyed a good amount of those things. Something that was in that dating part that I really kind of was aware of was that the CG was a lot better for She-Hulk, and I think it's because of a few things. I think it's one, that when she's in something like tighter, more body hugging clothing, you don't have to figure out the way that the clothes drip all over her body, because when she's at her job and stuff like that, she's in this big just big suit that's they have to when you're dealing with VFX, you have to worry about how that stuff lays over your body. You have to worry about how the light goes over it and stuff like that, and that's a lot of work to do. But when she's in something skimpier, when you just got her arms showing, the CG works better. You can tell that they're better able to use it in those sections. And even with the fight scenes in that part, the CG was a lot better because you get to see a lot of her skin, and just the lighting and everything works better when you do that. So hopefully they kind of figured it out with her job thing. If you don't have the suit laying over her like that, you can actually make the CG look better. And she also looks a lot bigger when she's not there. You get to see her arms and stuff like that. So hopefully, they figured it out in those later episodes that, we can see more of that. But the CG was still good towards that part. It's still hit and miss towards the beginning and stuff like that. Like I said, I always say the jokes here aren't, laugh out loud jokes. They're kind of chuckle, and you get a little bit of haha, every now and then. It's a comedy, but it's not like a hilarious comedy. It is what it is. But for me, I enjoyed a good amount of those parts of this episode, and especially you got the end scene where you get the girl Tatiana, who was from the first episode. She wanted to sue She-Hulk because she trademarked the She-Hulk name, and now She-Hulk is going to have to deal with that in the coming up episode. So I'm interested to see where that goes. And I think that's maybe where we get Daredevil coming in and seeing him probably pick up on She-Hulk and represent her. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else from this episode that I need to talk about, but I think that's pretty much it. This is a pretty good episode, and I enjoyed a good amount of what they did here. I thought it was a lot of fun with the characters, a lot of fun, just everything that they were doing here. We got a good She-Hulk fight scene, especially with Wong there helping her fight. So yeah, I'm at a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's about as good as last week's episode. Yeah, you don't have a Megan Thee Stallion thing, so I don't know what the nerds are going to bitch about this week. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. Maybe the Sopranos spoiling. I heard a bunch of people say they're mad that it's a spoiler Sopranos, like a 20+ year episode show. So like, get over it. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed this episode. Interested to see what they do with the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.